Next day, Thomas hurried along the line. Just ahead was the goods yard. There, on the platform, was an inspector waving a red flag. Next, Thomas saw some children. They were waving too, thought Thomas. Called the children. The station master explained to Thomas's driver that the school bus had broken down and that all the parents would be worried if the children were late. Thomas waited as the children walked down from the bridge. Then he took them to the next station, where Bertie was waiting to take them home. When Thomas finished his journey, he was very late. He was worried that the fat controller might be cross with him. Puffed Percy to James. But the next morning, the fat controller was nowhere to be seen. Sighed Thomas. Thomas knows every part of his branch line, but just ahead was a stretch where the hot sun had bent the rails on the track. Called his driver, but it was too late. Said his driver. Replied his driver. While workmen repaired the line, Thomas had to shunt trucks in the yard. Bertie came to see him. Replied Thomas sadly. Bertie set off to collect Thomas's passengers. They said. Bertie drove along the road that runs by the railway. He stopped at each station along the line. Sometimes he stopped between stations to let people off closer to their homes. Thomas felt miserable. The fat controller arrived. When Thomas reached the station, there were his passengers.